Erika Viktor. I want to talk about something very important. It's so important I must speak about it in an accent. Since I'm doing this like 2015, be your weirdest, be your strangest, be your craziest. You know, this is my year to be really weird because, okay, no longer can I keep it inside. To be honest, there's weird in here that has to just, you know, has to come out. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little post about the 5 of the weirdest objects I own. And you know, as an antique dealer and a writer, I look for crazy stuff all the time. I'm always looking for just like kind of the weird and unusual. You know, it's really easy to pick kind of gross things because like when you're antiquing, there's just like disgusting things you find all the time. Once I found a big toenail. Another time I found like part of what I thought was a human scalp. And then, you know, you find like shrunken heads, taxidermy. There's like a lot of really gross things. Blech. I'm gonna not show you the gross things right now. Maybe I'll save that for Halloween. Let's talk about some of the weirdest things I have and where they came from, why I have them. So, of course, the obvious first one is sitting right next to me. This is a giant art model. So I'm in college. I'm an art student. And I began to get kind of obsessed with those like wooden little models that you can buy at IKEA and at the art store. But they're not that cool at IKEA and the art store. So I was like, okay, I need to find something that's more interesting. So I looked on eBay, I looked at antique stores, and I found some, but they're still kind of boring and also normal. And I don't like normal stuff because normal stuff, it makes me go, you know, I don't want normal. What I decided to do is I went on this crazy website that sells crazy things, and they actually have live wooden art models. And I bought him, but he didn't look like this when I bought him. See, what I really want is one of those really big French antique ones with the faces that really look kind of like, you know, I'm following you. But instead, I bought what I could buy and what I could afford, which was Rudy. Let me first tell you about why he looks like this. So I wanted him to look old. He's not that old. He came and he was kind of a blonde wood color. So me and my man, we took him and we took chains and we beat him with chains because there's this crazy thing people do. It's called distressing. And you know what? I find distressing quite distressing, actually. Distressing is just basically you take something and you just beat the crap out of it until it looks, you know, used up, destroyed, and has lost all hope and faith in life. His head comes off and his arms come off, and you can, so we were able to stain him. It was really hard to get his midsection. What do we do with him? Rudy, he's just basically kind of a decoration, and then we move him around when we want to freak each other out, you know, and you will put him on the couch or something, and, you know, someone will walk in the door, they'll be like, ah! And I'm like, actually, maybe I am evil. I'm probably evil. So Rudy's weird, you know, so he's weird. What else is weird? Okay, so this is like one of my favorite objects too, and it's not really that rare. You could probably find one if you really want one, but my feeling is you probably don't. What this is a old book, not too old, like from the 70s or maybe the 50s, and it's literally about circus freaks, and it has like pictures of, you know, it would be really convenient if I could actually find a picture to show you. Hey, where's the picture? Okay, all the pictures are hiding right now. The only thing freaky about this book is that I can't find a picture. Yeah, so there's a picture. Yeah, it just has pictures of Circus Freaks, and it has like crazy chapters, names like the hairy people. Come on, you know that you want to hear about this, you want to read this. So, you know, I love my book about Circus Freaks. I read it often. I know that's kind of politically incorrect to call them Circus Freaks. Times were different back then. This thing terrifies all. And I've actually given it away as a gift, like a fake gift before. but that person didn't want it, and I had to actually give him a real gift, which is like lame. I know, like if I got this as a gift, I would seriously like be, oh my gosh, this is like the best thing. But instead, I bought it from one of my friends who owns an antique store. I have a friend, and her boy person, her loved person, this was actually his when he was little, and I found it in there. They had a little antique store that I go to all the time, and it was in the case, and I'm like, what is this? I'd never seen it, and I love old toys. I had never seen it. I thought this was Skeletor, you know, from He-Man. It's not. It's like, I don't know, it's called, you know, I really should have looked that up before I did this video. And the spider guy, the spider puppet. Hello, I'm a spider puppet. Spider puppet came from like a totally different line of toys, and it would be helpful if I remembered that. Maybe I'll put it in the comments or something, I don't know. You know what they remind me of? They remind me of life can always get worse, you know? Like if I ever feel like I'm having a really bad day, I think, hey, there's not a giant tarantula riding skeleton knight after me right now, so everything's gonna be okay. So, you know, you're gonna have stuff in your life that just reminds you of the positive things, but really positive things. Am I right or am I right? You're right. You're really right. Such a jerk, honestly. Alright, Rudy has a girlfriend. Her name's Patricia, the buttonhead lady. So this is a little like Rudy. In fact, we could probably just swap heads. I went to an antique store and I saw something like this, but it wasn't for sale. It was apparently too precious to sell. So what I did is I went and I made one myself. I found this like glass head at another antique store, and then I found the glass buttons at this like weird little country store that's not too far from my house. I filled her head full of buttons, and this is actually the thing that people want the most when they come to my house. They're like, whoa, that's really cool, you know, and they go like, where can I find one? And I'm like, you can, she's not for sale. She's mine, she's only mine, sweetheart, she's only mine. So yeah, she's just a shelf sitter. She just sits on my shelf, and I would say she talks to me, but she's kind of a jerk and doesn't, like, she's a snob. She doesn't want to talk to me. I love my buttonhead lady, Patricia. All right, the last thing is like kind of inappropriate. I promise not to show you like gross stuff, but this is pretty funny. I was part of an antique mall, and they have a year party, a year-end like Christmas party, and they have a like white elephant thing. Okay, so before I show you what it is, it's like this weird little glass thing that kind of looks like a duck. It's like but it's like a duck thing, and it's pretty gross. But the box is, I don't know if you can really see that, if my camera will focus. If not, this is an awkward moment right now. But yeah, it is a nasal douche, and basically what that is if you're sick and you live in 1885, you fill this, wait, let's see, I'm gonna read it, okay? There's instructions on the back, so that's handy. I'm going to, and you know what? It's gonna be gross. I'm really sorry you have to see this, Rudy. All right, fill the douche with fluid. I'm not gonna do that because it'll probably explode. With the fluid to be used, close the funnel with the index finger, so I think it's that, maybe. Insert the nozzle into the nostril so that it closes the latter completely. Throw the head slightly backwards, raise the finger closing funnel, and allow the solution to enter the nostril to flow. Okay, I'm gonna stop because this is like really weird. It got weird, which is great. That's what I wanted, but I'm gonna stop. So yeah, we got this as a white elephant gift. It's funny, it sits on the shelf. It makes us happy when times are blue, and also when we have a cold. It's basically a neti pot, if you've heard of those. They actually work really well, I think, anyway. That's it. That's like 5 of some of the craziest items I have. There are so many more. I'm gonna do more videos. I find stuff all the time. I write stories about them, and I find their stories. I pull stories out of them. I lasso the stories, and I go like this, you know, I pull, and the stories come out, you know, like that. And yeah, so that's it. That's my 5 weird things. That's 5 of the weirdest things I have in my house. if you want to subject yourself to more weirdness, just go ahead and comment, subscribe. You can visit my website, erikaviktor.com, and you can see what stories I have up. You can see what kind of cool things I find. You can see what's in my mind. You can press rewind. You can... I literally can't think of anything else that rhymes with any of that stuff. Alright, thanks everybody, and bye-bye!